Welcome back to the podcast, Robert. Always good to have you here.
It's a pleasure to be back.
Fancy a tour around a dark castle?
Always, even metaphorically.
So this game, it's not a miniatures game, but it's a very good narrative game that fits with the theme of some of the stuff we play on the show. So thought we'd take a wee look at it. And it's a good story game. It's a bit like the old fighting fantasy books, isn't it?
Yeah, I used to collect those all the time. Yeah, I used to love those. Kind of choose your own adventure. What was the other thing they called them? Like, I don't know. That it's the game where you put your thumb on page 16. So if you do go forward to 72 and you come a cropper, and then you're like, no, I didn't let go of page 16. I'm still alive.
Yeah, there was a term for that. Fingering, I think. It wasn't that.
Fair enough.
It wasn't that at all, was it? So yeah, on this game, we have our characters. They're not your conventional dungeon crawler characters, are they? You are a tailor, and I am a cook. And it looks like you, as the tailor, you have quite a good level of cunning, some wisdom, but you're not very tough. And me, as the cook, I'm pretty tough. Have a decent level of cunning and no real wisdom. So it gives us a bit of balance going into the castle. In each room we're going to encounter different challenges, usually fights. And the aim is to get through 15 rooms, and then there'll be a big old boss at the end should we get that far, which we probably won't.
Fantastic.
So shall we begin then?
Absolutely.
Alright, what have we got then to start us off?
Well, you've turned the first card that gives us our scenario. These are chapter cards, is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
So it says, after years of incarceration in the depths of the dark castle, you finally break free of your cell. In a small stone room adjoining the cell block stands an old wooden chest. The lock is open. Draw an item card per player now.
Alrighty, what have you got there?
I've got a stale loaf of bread, which will give me...
My favourite.
Yeah, that'll give me
sausage roll.
2 HP back when I want, and you've got a partially rotten apple, which will give you 1 hit point back as you require it.
Yeah, a bit of fruit. So you've got your gluten, I've got my fruit. I'm certainly the healthier one here. The worm in it will be a bit of protein as well.
Absolutely, yeah, never discard it. So it says, you hear footsteps approaching, you must not linger here. Wasn't planning to. You make for the exit, slipping away and disappearing into the darkness. Turn the first chapter card now. So that was a pre-chapter card.
So from the darkness ahead, an arrow whistles past your ear. Before you can react, another buries itself into your shoulder and you slump against the wall in agony. You lose 2 health points.
Cool.
I take it that's just me because I turned the... Because it's not like we could both get shot by the same arrow, is it? So.
Oh, I don't know. Do we take turns turning the cards, like?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so I'll take the 2 hits here.
Yeah.
In fact, I'll just take 1 because I'll eat my apple. So
An apple a day.
That's it. Keeps the arrow in your shoulder away. Cautiously creeping along the passage, you find a man's body riddled with arrows. There's no sign of the attackers, so you check to see if he was carrying anything of value. Draw an item card.
Bro.
An apple, hopefully. Oh, I've got a stale loaf of bread as well. So
Thanks.
If I'd just waited, I could have got rid of both of those hit points with the old bread. But still, I didn't really get a chance to find out who was shooting those arrows. But
yeah,
we've riddled a corpse already, at least.
Yeah, absolutely. Stripped it bare.
Into the next room then, Robert. I'll let you turn this one.
Right, okay. Like 3 kind of
These
horrible...
look interesting, don't they?
Yeah, 3 figures looking a bit mummified and annoyed. As these 3 old women draw near, you notice their feet do not touch the ground. With a cackle, they lunge, probing for you with withered hands and rotten tongues. Begin combat. Yeah, and the combat special bit underneath says, the first time these risen hags are defeated, before drawing an item card, roll a chapter die. If the result is wisdom, they regenerate. You must restart combat and defeat them a second time. Okay.
That won't be good. It reminds me as well, we should have had another item card for leaving that last room.
Oh, right, okay.
So I got the Replication Stones relic. Whenever you roll a single, it counts as 2 singles of that trait. And what did you get?
Once I got the Fury Shard. Once per round of combat. When you roll a double, you may roll again and apply both results.
It sounds like the name of a really aggressive Irish pub. The Fury Shard. Like you go in there and come out with quite a lot of glass in your face.
Yeah. You don't sign in, you weigh in.
Right, so the combat system, we know that they have so there's a certain amount of dice that we line up to represent their stats, and we roll our dice and try and like eliminate those dice, if that makes sense, don't we? So there's a wisdom die, that's right, isn't it? Wisdom's sort of star shaped.
Yeah.
And then we also roll a further 2 die because there's 2 of us, and they've got a cunning and they've got a might, so a good spread there.
Yeah.
Are we both going to have a go at these? I suppose we should, shouldn't we? So
definitely. I've got a good chance of getting either the wisdom or the cunning one away. Oh, a double.
Yeah, double cunning, and also because it's got the shield icon, you won't take any hit points.
Fantastic.
Because I obviously won't be able to defeat it in one swing here.
Yeah.
And I roll a cunning, which was useless. So
2 hits
I'm
to
going
you.
to take what was the special rule? Because it's just 1 damage there.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
I'm assuming it's just 1 damage I take.
I can't remember what that means.
It's just a 1.
You just take 1
That
per.
should-
It's not per die then.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it was 1 per die. I don't think you would last very long.
That's what I was worried about before, so that makes sense actually.
Yeah, we'll try it at that, and we'll
Yeah.
see what happens. So I'll take instead of taking another one, I could discard that and be back to full health.
Yeah. How many HP do we start with?
We've got 18.
18.
So
that's
at the
not bad.
moment we've got our full complement because I've been able to get rid of those wounds.
Yeah.
So back to fighting.
Yeah. I'm happy to roll again. A shield for me.
Yeah, cunning, which was useless, but again you won't take any damage because of that block. And we've got a wee fist there, so I've taken the might die off.
Aye.
But I do take damage again, so I've got a damage point now. So we need a wisdom roll, don't we, here to
Yeah.
kill these things.
What are we thinking? Are we both rolling this time? Or not?
Who's got the I've got useless wisdom. I've only got 1.
Yeah.
So maybe it would be better if you
I've got
got
3.
this done.
Right, let's go then. And you can rest and get a point back.
Yeah, that's right.
Because we lost 3 at that other event, didn't we? With the arrow.
Yeah, but I'm all fine now because I've had items to keep on top of it. But yeah, if I rest now, that's me back to normal as well.
So am I still -3 myself?
No, you're
Oh, well.
not minus anything because you kept blocking.
Rightio.
So you like to roll that. It does nothing but it prevents you from
Yeah.
getting any damage.
That's 3 times in a row I've rolled that. So you've got a hit point back.
Yeah.
What
But
about this time?
I might as well roll now because you roll first just to see if you could.
The eye. So if you roll and get a wisdom, you'll kill it and then I won't take a hit. But if you fail, which is more likely.
The odds of me, it's basically me needing to roll a 6
Yeah.
here because I've only got 1 of them. But there you go.
There you go. We're all good. You rolled a wisdom and it's cheerio to the 3.
But then we need to.
Oh, yes. The first time they're defeated, before drawing an item card, roll a chapter die. What is a chapter?
That's
one
the
of those.
chapter die, yeah. So I was going to say if I roll my die, there's little chance of this happening, but you're not allowed to do that.
So if that one comes up a wisdom,
we have to start again and fight these hags. It will. No, it
no,
didn't.
a fist.
Came up might. So that's fine. Let's have. You would need to get rid of something to get another item card.
Might as well use that, because then I'll go up to full health. Because I've lost a point, right?
Yeah.
Because you can only have 2 of these at a time. Mm-hmm. I could hold on to these, or I could trade one to you, but then you're going to draw another one.
Yeah.
Right, no, I'll just, for simplicity, I'll use this.
Knock that off,
I'm on full health.
And let's see what else we get. Hey,
Hey.
Another piece. There's a lot of sandwiches going around. We'll be putting on weight.
That's why it's all going stale, the stale loaf of bread, because we can't eat it quick enough.
I got a cracked axe.
Excellent.
In combat, roll a chapter die along with your character die each time you attack and apply both results. It's pretty good, that. Isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, this is a one-off though, right? I mean, that's why it's cracked, because it's going to break after the first attempt.
Yeah, it doesn't say single use though, does it? I mean...
I don't suppose any of them do.
No, but then it says, like, on your loaf it says discard.
Oh, okay, so this one as well, I could use that. My Fury Shard. I'm not discarding it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't realise that. I thought these were one use. Because the food ones are, but... Oh, that's a game changer, because now you've got to think, will I hang on to that, or will I lose one of them because I'm hoping to get a bit of food back because I'm low on health? Interesting.
Right, into the next room we go, and here's a big sort of skeleton...
With tusks.
Tusk type guy, yeah. So where there was once flesh and fur, the bones of this skeletal beast now crackle with the menacing power of dark magic. Begin combat. So it says, whenever you would remove a chapter die by hitting this enemy, roll it instead. If the result is wisdom, do not remove it. Put it back, wisdom side up. So this thing gets more and more wise the more you batter him, which is like the obvious, the opposite of how a kick-in usually works. Usually end up pretty...
groggy.
Yeah.
Bit lonky.
So, cunning.
4 die this time.
Wisdom. And... crikey.
3 wisdoms.
3 wisdom. So he's already Norman wisdom, as it is.
Yeah.
And he'll only get more Norman wisdom, or... Norman wise, Dennis wise.
Yeah.
And other such synonyms. So, I'm afraid I'm going to be pretty hopeless here, because...
Well, you never know.
I've not got a lot of wisdom.
You might get... There's got a chance of... Hang on, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So my singles are basically doubles, though, with the replica stones.
Yeah. Okay, so I mean, you've got a 2 in 6 chance at least of getting a either a wisdom or a...
Mind you, I've got that... where's the other chapter die? I've got that axe now. So
yeah.
I'm actually... let's test it out.
Roll a chapter die along with your character die and apply both results. So
I've blocked.
2 fists, but that doesn't... Yeah.
And I've taken out the cunning at least.
Right. Good stuff.
But I have to roll that. Whenever you would remove a chapter die by hitting this enemy, roll it instead if the result was wisdom.
Which it's not, thankfully. Fine. And I get to take away one of the wisdoms because I rolled the wisdom.
Good.
But I take 2 hits.
You need to roll it, don't you? You need to roll,
that's right.
Roll it and see if it goes back as wisdom. Yeah, it does.
Yes, it does.
This is actually, I don't think we're fighting him, it's like a debate we're having with him.
Yeah.
And he's just really clever.
Yes, but have you considered the following? Oh my gosh. What you might call a riposte. Haha, because people riposte verbally.
You had taken 2, you were going to take 2 hit points, but you've just ate your sandwich, haven't you?
Yeah, that's it.
We'll have type 2 diabetes at the end of this.
So 3 wisdoms left. We're going to have to go for it. You've got your 2 die, including the chapter die. I have rolled cunning.
Which is useless. You'll take 2 health points for that.
Unless you get one of them away and it doesn't re-roll. No, and it does. It's 2 no matter what. Yeah, that's right.
So I could take...
you have to take that one, roll it.
Whenever you roll a single, it counts as 2 singles. Am I interpreting that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
James, you're right.
So let's see if we could get no Norman wisdom rolls. And we don't.
Right, so you re-rolled those 2 wisdoms, and they didn't come up wisdom again, so we can discard them.
So I am now taking 2 damage. Did you roll? You didn't roll a blocker, did you?
No, so I was to take 2, so I'm now minus 2. Well, 16.
So we're both minus 2.
So roll again.
Excellent.
There's a wisdom.
So you just need to not roll. Mind it's the chapter die you have to roll.
Oh, so it is. Yeah, that's better.
So it needs to not be a wisdom here.
And it is. Of course it is.
It is a wisdom.
So I take 2. So I'm on 14 now.
You want to sit this one out?
Yeah.
I'll have a go with my axe. That was useless.
Yep. So I gain 1 because I missed a round.
Yeah. So you're at 1 now. Minus 1. Dearie me. I'm 6 down here. I'm in trouble.
Yeah, so I just realised I missed a... No, hang on. I'll roll on this turn as well then.
But that got you back to full health. So.
All right. So I'll go this time, and you set it out. I'm now in full health. Trying to get that wisdom. No, it's a shield. Oh, I got a double. If I roll a double, I can roll again and apply both results.
Good.
So I got the shield with the double eyes. So I'm shielded, and I get to reroll, and I might get wisdom. Nope. So that's fine. But I'm no worse off for it. So you've gained a point because you sat out.
Yeah.
So I can go again.
Yeah.
The shield again, but double wisdom. Yahoo!
Yeah.
And I get to roll again, but what doesn't matter.
Yeah.
No
all
point.
you need to do is roll that.
And not roll it as wisdom.
Not roll it as wisdom, which of course it will be.
Da 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 da. Nope.
Good stuff.
Fist.
The very intelligent skeleton's dead. All right.
You'll be missed.
He will be. Have a rotten shield.
A rotten shield.
Don't really think I want anything else because I've got these.
They're good stats. It's just when we're starting to really get, down to the bone, we're dying. It's like
I know you could do a roll.
Yeah.
But then, you're dropping your
awesome stuff.
Christ, look at this guy. Sloth out the Goonies, but with horns and a sharp tongue, and his skin's melting. So it says, with a piercing wail, a hideous creature emerges from the darkness ahead. It drools at the sight of you.
I get that a lot.
Effect I have on people too.
Yeah.
As a group, choose one option, then begin combat. Surround the beast and attack from all sides. That would be less die to take away, but more hit points would be the trade-off.
If we don't kill him straight away.
Or stay together and fight on the move. I think that's probably the better option, even though it's more die to knock out.
Well, I'd say that's 3. That would be 5 die.
Yeah.
And 2 hit points per round. As opposed to 3 die.
And 3 hit points per round.
Let's say that takes 2 rounds. That's 6 hit points. 5 die between us when we've got a die each. That's 2. I think 5 die to overcome. So even if we rolled... Mind you, we've got these bonuses that might help us to get through them quicker. Like, I've got once per round of combat. You may, when you roll a double and roll again, and you've got roll a single, it counts as 2 singles. We could, if we got a spreadsheet going, we could work out what's better, or we
should
could
have
just...
got that intelligent skeleton from the last round.
Yeah, to crunch the numbers.
Yeah.
I'll let you decide.
Let's stick together and fight it. I think we'll bash out a couple of these pretty quickly.
All right.
So might, wisdom, and
then 2 of the following.
Another wisdom and another might.
Right. Okay, let's go for it. I rolled 1.
The one that we didn't need.
Yeah, the cunning.
You rolled it.
So I would normally lose 2, but my rotten shield means I only lose 1.
And here I go with my big old axe.
2 wisdoms.
And
whenever you roll a single, it counts as 2 singles of that trait.
That's right. So take 3 of them away.
Bro.
But I will be taking 2
hits.
Christ, I'm on 7. Right.
So if we both roll, we've got a good chance of getting it away.
I'm the mighty. There's maybe... I was going to say there's maybe no... Well, I'll roll first. We'll see what happens here.
You've got a chance of getting a shield and a might. That would be good. Right, so that's one fist. But that's a single.
Yeah, so that's killed it.
The boy's done it.
Yeah.
And I got to go back up to full health.
That's right.
And you're stood looking like you've come out the Somme. You're on 7 hit points.
Yeah, you're on none. It's just because I've got such good gear that I don't want to pick up a sandwich, but I probably should sooner rather than later. Christ, look at this guy.
The Rancor monster from Return of the Jedi. Honestly, just like him. I'm going to Google it and show you. I know you don't like Star Wars, but that's the Rancor monster. That's all there is to it.
So what does it say for us then?
Something is blocking the door to this chamber, and you use your shoulder to force it open. That's the 5th way. It is only when you step inside, eggshell crunching underfoot, that you realize you have destroyed a creature's nest. There is a mournful wail as it approaches from the darkness, its sorrow soon turning to fury. Which is, fair enough. All players may fight as normal, but you are the only player this creature attacks, and you may not rest.
So you've stood on the eggs here. I can't help but feel it's us that are the baddies here.
Yeah. Are we the baddies?
There was a mother with her unborn children, and we've just walked in and stood on them. So
we must defeat the evil mother from protecting her babies while we invade its home.
History will be written by the victors, I suppose. So
yeah.
Let's see what else we're up against. 1 might, 1 cunning,
and 2 of the following.
A wisdom and another might.
Right, lots of might.
It's only you that will take damage here.
Okay, so I think we should both attack this time.
Yeah, without a...
Have I got the right one? Yeah. Well, I've rolled a shield.
Yeah, so you get rid of the...
Not only that, but once per round of combat, when you roll a double, which I have, because there's 2 wisdoms inside that shield,
you get to re-roll.
I may roll again and apply both results. Well,
excellent.
I would like to do that. And that's the eye away.
Good.
Cunning. So we're down to 2 fists.
And that, because you initially rolled the shield, you're not taking damage there either.
Have you rolled?
No.
And you can roll because you're not going to get attacked anyway, yeah?
That's it.
2 fists.
Does the job.
Get teeth. Yep, that's brilliant.
That'll teach you to sit in your house when you're young, won't it?
Exactly.
There we go then. Monster defeated. We move on to the next room in this
very, very nice
1-star hotel. Bringing his cart to a halt beside you, an intriguing stranger insists you sample his latest brew. I like him. A healing elixir, he claims. A spiked club dangles from his belt, and keen as you are to move on, you feel it would be unwise to refuse. How bad can it be?
So I'm getting the Rancor monster, who's like enraged because I've destroyed her young, and you're getting the guy with the booze.
Aye, the boy with the bucky.
Nice.
Go on, neighbour. Just take a drink.
I think I'd rather have the Rancor.
So you must choose one option. Take a sip. The man smiles and rewards you. Draw an item card. Take a long draw. Try to roll might in one attempt. Success, the elixir warms your innards. Gain 3 health points. Failure, it's foul smelling and toxic. You vomit. Lose 1 health point. Given that I'm in the need of health.
Yeah.
And I am also... I've got a good probability of rolling might.
Yeah, and you've got 2 die to roll as well, right?
That's right, yeah. I could really do with those 3 health points. So I'm going to go for it.
Good stuff. He looks trustworthy.
Yeah, I would definitely drink his elixir in real life. Let's go for it then. Show me the fists, of course.
Oh boy.
So I lose a health point.
2 wisdoms.
Rolled 2 cunnings it was, but that didn't matter.
2 cunnings, yeah.
So -8 for me. Brilliant. Thanks for the drink, Bob. He's like, I totally pished in that,
Yeah. Simple pleasures in life.
So what we got here?
So this is me, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, your spirit is suddenly wrenched from your body. That's the Bucky again. Paralyzed, you can only watch as it drifts above you. You are incapacitated. To restore your corporeal balance, the other players, brilliant, must roll in unison, keeping track of any wisdom rolled until they have rolled a total wisdom equal to the number of players, so 2. After each attempt, you lose 1 HP unless the total has been reached. If you have not succeeded after 3 attempts, so that's 3 HP, the curse is broken and your spirit returns to your body. So I'm incapacitated and you need to keep rolling wisdom until... well, is it 1 wisdom because it's you, or does it include me? You need to roll a wisdom.
It's just me, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming my axe doesn't count here because it's not combat, is it?
Does say in combat roll a chapter die, so yeah, this is in combat.
Aye. So again, I've literally only got 1 wisdom on my entire dice.
So
But if I do roll it,
yeah,
mind you, aye, when I roll a single it counts as 2 singles.
you only need to roll 1 anyway, right?
So I do. Yeah. No, 2. Because there's 2 players, me and you.
Right.
But I'm taking that as if I roll it, this doubles it.
Yeah, aye, that would be fine, yeah. Aye, so, yeah, it doesn't matter either way. Equal to the number of players, so that must be including me.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So you're probably going to lose 3 health points here.
I would imagine.
There's 1 down. And 2. And 3.
Brilliant. Yep, nope, I've lost 3 health.
Thanks for that. There we go. It was me that drank the Bucky as well, eh?
I know.
So, in we walk to what looks like the Masonic Hall. Hurrying into this candlelit chamber, you interrupt a sacrificial ceremony. A robed man in a death mask declares that you too must now be sacrificed. Begin combat. Combat special, you are overcome with fear. Any doubles you roll in this chapter count as singles, and you cannot block. That's not very fair. We're up against cunning, we're up against wisdom, and
roll these 2 might.
2 might.
Of course. Might as well go for it.
Aye, let's get it done.
So that's 1
You've taken
cunning
his
away.
Cunning away.
One of the wisdom. Yeah, you take the wisdom away.
And I'm not going to take a hit point.
How not?
Because
Oh,
I've
because
got
of the
a
shield.
blocker, yeah.
Very good. So that's 2 health away for me then.
Yeah, so you're on 5 now.
Because that's the number on the bottom right of the card, the 2. So anytime we don't finish combat, we take 2 hit.
Let me try this again, because the might might be successful.
Shall I set this one out and gain another point then?
Aye, go for it.
Because it's might, and that's not my bag.
Mm-hmm.
Counts as double.
Yeah.
So you got a cunning and a might, but that single might can be 2 might because of your card.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
Excellent. You could stick your death ritual up your arse.
Aye, and your stale food. We're not needing it.
Okay, I'll let you take us into the next room.
Yeah. Mind you, it did say any doubles you roll count as singles. Oh, but you didn't roll a single.
I didn't roll
you didn't
a double.
roll a double. No, that's fine.
Aye.
Got to go with the letter of the law.
Yeah.
Right. So you wipe dust from the lid of a large tomb, hoping to read its inscription. At your touch, the lid slides open, and a giant knight rises, bellowing that you should not have disturbed him. As a group, choose one option. Flee. As you run, you are hacked by the Revenant and you lose 3 hit points. Or fight. Begin combat. And there is a combat special that says all players may fight as normal, but you... Is that me?
Aye.
Yeah, you are the only player the giant attacks and you may not rest.
You must have one of the faces that folk just love to slap you.
Yeah, not bothered about anybody else.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I reckon we're as well fighting him, to be fair.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
3 hit points is a lot.
So, he's got a wisdom.
And 2 might.
2 might. Let me have a wee go at him.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
So that's 2 might. I know.
Yeah. It's a double, isn't it?
Yeah. I've got to roll anyway. Shield, so I'm okay.
Yeah. I'll then take...
Well, he
2.
doesn't attack you. He's only attacking me.
You're right. You're right.
So that's fine. We've got him down to 1 die. And I can't rest, so...
Oh, there you go.
There it is.
Wisdom.
You can rest that one and get a point back.
Good stuff. Down to 7. That seems to be going okay for us. Look at this guy.
Oh, Fright Night.
You hear a scream from behind and turn around too late to avoid the clutches of a lurching ghoul. As a group, choose one option. Flee, you get away but you lose 2 health points, shaking off the ghoul, or fight. The combat special, you're so fear-struck that any wisdom you roll in this chapter has no effect. So how do we get rid of his wisdom, which he has? He's got a wisdom die.
Yeah.
So how do we beat him?
I don't know.
Aye, it's got you in bold.
It is. You are so fear-struck that any wisdom...
Yeah. So I'll take that as me, and to be honest, I've got little chance of rolling wisdom anyway.
Yeah.
So let's see what else we're up against. Are we going to fight him?
Any you effects in the text of that chapter will apply only to that character. Mm-hmm. You must decide which of your 2 characters is turning each chapter card before you turn it. Any you effects only apply to you. As you say in bold. There we go.
Solved.
Solved.
So, you want to go first?
Yeah, because, I mean, it is going to attack both of us, but you cannot roll wisdom.
But I could get rid of that might, probably.
Yeah.
So.
Right, let's do that then. There's the
no
might
point
away.
in me fighting then.
Yeah.
So I'll sit out
and gain a point.
Yeah.
Why not? And I lose 2, but I only lose 1 because of the shield. I think I forgot that before. So I'll roll again. There's the fist again. Brilliant. I lose another point. You gain another point.
You overtake me.
Yeah. Christ. Lose a point.
I gain 1.
Yeah.
It could be curtains, this, eh?
If anything, you'll have to roll an eye rest just so I can get a point back at some point. But we're not at that stage yet. I mean, we're getting there. What's an eye again?
-8 for you, -3 for me. I'm getting really quite healthy here.
There's the fist, -9. There we go. There's the shield and the 2 wisdom. It's dead.
Praise the Lord.
Wow.
-9 for you, and I'm only -1 after all that.
Bro.
That really helped me.
That was interesting how it, seesawed.
You're opening this door. I'll turn it for you.
You stumble upon a recently vacated guard room. A pot of steaming broth simmers on the stove, and a fire still smoulders in the grate. You hear the sound of angry voices and footsteps heading your way. You grab what you can before slipping away into the darkness beyond. Draw an item card.
That's the thing, we've not been doing it, but we were as well drawing these just to see if we're wanting to take
better.
stuff. So, Decayed Blade. Once per round of combat, when you roll wisdom, you may roll again and choose which of the results to apply. And the Healing Verses. Whenever you roll a double, you may restore 1 health point to any character.
Yeah, I'm gonna... there are how many? There are 2. 1, 2... So yeah, I've got a 33% chance each roll of getting a double. Mm-hmm. Which means... because there's 2 out of 6, I've got a double on them. So that means, every third roll I'm getting a hit point back, as opposed to reducing the hit points I lose by 1 if I get hit, which is not every... I don't know. Do you know what? Just for the sake of it, I want the other one.
I've realised I've been cheating. I've got a 2-handed axe and a relic and
Oh
you'd
my
own.
god.
So I'll need to get rid of Max. So I've kind of cheated my way up until now, but you know, these things happen
Yeah,
in dark castles and nobody
That's
can
right.
really see what you're doing.
and you've been holding the relic with your cheeks or something.
It's been up my arse,
Yeah. As is
So-
tradition.
as all good relics should be. So yeah, nice to get a wee sit at the table there and drink some hopefully better brew than the wee guy earlier on was touting.
Getting it big Goldilocks, eh?
Who's
Having a
been
way at it
sitting
and-
in my cave.
Aye. Who's nicked the DVD player?
Here's a good Skyrim-esque sort of trap. A series of long blades swing from the ceiling of this narrow passageway. You study the patterns of their movement and prepare to dash through to the other side. When you got to a certain level at Skyrim, you just walked through them because it couldn't really hurt you because you were just so powerful.
Just stopping it with your hand.
Aye.
Yeah. Aye, big swinging pendulums the way. Like the Lord is like, right, we need to secure this part. I'm thinking big swingy blades.
Yeah, like there is a chance you could get through them. Wouldn't want to just lock a gate or that. And
But sire, we've carried all these massive stones here. Can we not just wall it up? No. Swinging blades. And they've got to be in unison or like directly, like when that one's there, that one's got to be there. Look, make it interesting. Like,
yeah.
no wonder the henchmen aren't interested.
In unison, all players must roll their character die, along with one chapter die 3 times. Each time a player's character die matches the chapter die they rolled, they are caught by the blades and lose 2 health points.
Okay. If a player rolls a double on any of the 3 rolls, they survive that roll without taking damage. That's a little bit complicated.
Yeah.
So
you
even if I roll wisdom, but it's a double wisdom, and the chapter die is a wisdom, then I survive it. Oh, because it's a shield. Because all the doubles are in shields.
Yeah.
That's what it is as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so I survived that roll because the 2 die were different to each other. 2 dice.
2 fists.
You got the 2 fists. So each time a player's character matches the chapter die, you're caught by the blades and lose 2 health points.
Yeah. So I'm up to 3.
So I'll roll again. Didn't match this time either.
I
So
didn't match.
that's fine.
One more.
Did I roll a double the first time?
I can't remember.
Right. I feel like I don't know. I'm not going to say I did because I don't know. And the third one didn't match up. That's fine.
Yeah, me either. The
So,
tricky one.
I survived.
That's us going away on our motorbikes now.
Yeah.
You ascend a narrow spiral staircase, emerging onto a windswept bell tower. Sorry, I think this was your chapter, wasn't it? I've just assumed responsibility. I'll let you take over.
Well, that's fine, aye. Windswept bell tower. As you cross the tower, the bell swings into life, its dreary peal shaking your very bones. Any player who cannot roll wisdom or a double in one attempt loses 2 hit points as the sound begins to drive them insane. So, I'm hoping for wisdom or a double.
And we all roll.
Any player, yeah. So I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got a 50% chance then. 1, 2.
I rolled wisdom.
Did you?
Oh wait, no, I've rolled 2 die again. I didn't need to do that. Aye. Start that again. No, it's a double.
Wisdom or a double. Double. There we go. And I gain a hit point because that card I've got, the healing versus relic. Whenever you roll a double, you may restore 1 hit point.
Good stuff.
And I'm needing it.
Aye, you sure are. -8.
Yeah. So I'm actually on 10 hit points. Yeah. Right, on you go.
A haggard old woman appears out of nowhere and offers to read your fortune. Something in her eye speaks of a greater power. You feel it's wise to comply. Each player must individually declare a trait and try to roll it in one attempt. For each player success, you may gain 1 hit point or draw an item card. failure, which steals part of your soul. You lose 1 health point.
All right. Well, we might as well roll what we're strongest in.
Yeah,
Might for you, cunning for me.
that's right.
Yep.
There we go. Perfect.
Yep. We get a hit point.
Aye, we'll both go with that.
Yeah, let's gain hit points. We could draw item cards, but
For
then
me.
no. Just me.
Yeah, it looks like
Jake the Snake.
Hulk Hogan. I was going to say, aye. We've got Hulk Hogan with like a coat, and he's opened his coat. He's got like lots of knives and
Yeah.
other weird things, supplements probably.
Let me sell you something, brother.
Hogan knows best.
Yeah. A hooded man approaches. He looks cautiously over his shoulder, then whispers, asking if you wish to trade. Each player may choose one option: trade, discard any item and draw 2 more, or negotiate, try to roll a double in 1 attempt. So I could discard any item and draw 2 more. Success, your silver tongue pays dividends, draw an item card. Failure, your primitive appeal falls flat and you gain nothing. So, personally, I think I'm going to go negotiate, because I don't really want to give up either of the two. So, because if I go with trade, I'd have to discard an item and draw 2 more, and then have to discard one of them anyway, the 2, because that would leave me on 3, which you can only have 2, because I've already got 2. So I'm going to negotiate and try to roll a double in 1 attempt. The worst case is I get nothing, and I don't want anything anyway, because I've got 2 items that I'm happy with. No double for me, so I get nada, and that's fine. What are you up to?
Probably the same.
A double, so you get to draw an item card.
Probably won't want it.
Alright, it's the Rotten Shield.
Rotten Shield.
Reduce the hit points that you lose. How much wisdom do you have?
None. Well, 1 tiny
So-
amount.
That Decayed Blade, once per round of combat, when you roll wisdom, you may roll again and choose what to apply. That's gonna come up 1 every 6.
Yeah, aye, let's get rid of that.
Get it to France.
Okay, it's boss time. We come into the final room,
Oh, aye.
and we're going to be facing... There's 3 possible bosses in this game, I'm sure. So we're facing Terror of the Underworld. So, pain only makes me stronger is his motto.
Well, we can
It's
help
a
with that.
Inspirational quote on Instagram.
Yeah.
At the end of each round, if the Terror of the Underworld has not been defeated, he grows in strength. Roll a chapter die and add it to the remaining in the row, and add it to the row of remaining dice. So we're facing Might, 3 Cunning,
Man.
and 4 Cunning, that is, and a Wisdom.
So we're going to be adding might to it every time we don't defeat him.
Yeah.
Oh no, a chapter die, not necessarily might. For God's sake, that'd be... Can you imagine?
Yeah. And we take 3 damage for every round we fail.
Yeah.
So, well done to me for knocking 1 Cunning off.
Right, so that's 2, and when I roll a double, I get 1 hit point back, and I can roll the double again and apply both results.
Right.
So you take 2 eyes off, which you've done. This is as good a start as we could possibly have hoped for.
Yeah.
So he's got 3 left.
Yeah. Does he add anything there though?
I'm
Add.
not going to be able to kill him, so he will go up by 1 die.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
There
he
we
goes
go.
up by 1. Do we just roll? Yeah. We roll it. So
Yeah.
he's got another Wisdom.
And I don't take... Oh, I rolled another...
Yeah. So
I
you
get another hit point back.
Aye.
That was 2 doubles.
Yeah.
Jinx,
so
it's
you
all
roll
happening.
5. We could just wipe this boy out.
So that's...
Our Wisdom down.
Is that roll 2?
That was a single, so it counts as 2.
Aye,
So,
I mean, this is round 2 of combat.
yeah, aye.
Okay, so I'll roll again.
If you roll a might, he's dead.
Oh,
not.
was not. Okay,
Okay, so he gets a bit of strength.
he's getting a
He's getting a cunning.
cunning back.
So,
So at the end of that, I
do we
would
take-
lose. Yeah.
Aye. You're
How
up
many?
to 8, and I'm on 8. We're both on 8.
Right, is that yours?
Yes.
Let's go. There's a wisdom away. If you get a might, you've done it.
Yeah. Oh,
Damn.
I've rolled the one thing that I never rolled.
The 1 in 6.
So we're putting a might back on.
So that's 2 might.
I still fancy us here. We've started really well. Is that us up to
That's right.
11 damage?
Yeah.
I still fancy us here.
Wisdom.
So I take no damage there, but
I take 3.
yeah,
Might set this one out.
go for it.
Because you've got a good chance of rolling a double might anyway.
13 then. Aye. We've got to add one to them, don't we?
Aye.
It's a might. If I roll a... Well, there's 2, because it's...
You roll a single.
I forgot that
You
I've
would
got that
reduce.
shield as well. I've been putting more damage on than I
Do I get a hit
feasibly
point
should
back
have.
as well?
Yeah, aye. I already took
Ah.
that for you.
Right, I'll come into this one. There we go.
That's him.
I got a might.
That's him. We defeated him.
My 1 in 6 as well.
Yeah. So what did you think of that game? First time playing it? Enjoyable wee romp, if that's the right word.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a little time filler. It's something you could take camping with you and play with a friend or, a kid to keep them occupied for 10 minutes, trying to get them off their phone. It's not too complicated, and if you've got an imagination, you've got a nice little story going.
Yeah, it is easy to pick up, isn't it? Like once you get into the flow of it.
Yeah.
You're not like constantly... I know we had one point where we had to look at the rule book, but that was it. Like,
Just to clarify something.
yeah. And it's obviously flexible too, because you're shuffling that deck.
Yeah.
There are more cards than what was in the game there. We used 15 cards, but I don't know if there's maybe double that in the whole deck. So your castle's different every time. You've got 3 or 4 bosses. You've got different characters you could play. I did think it was funny that, like, because again it's entirely random, when we were getting closer to the boss, we ended up with like a banquet, Hulk Hogan trying to give us items. It was like we basically didn't fight anyone for like the last 4 rooms, which if it's a computer game, it's ramping that up constantly.
Yeah.
So
You find the big healing packs and treasure kits right before the boss sort of thing too.
yeah, maybe that was kind of it, but Terror of the Underworld, pain only makes me stronger. I didn't fancy us to beat him, but we got off to a really good start, and
Yeah.
that was it. I did kind of cheat a wee bit with my axe, but then at the same time, I was taking off too much wounds because I had that shield.
Which should have reduced the amount of damage.
My stupidity and lax approach to rules often evens itself out. Like sometimes
It was impartial stupidity.
yeah, exactly. So,
Yeah.
aye, good stuff. Enjoyable game. I'm sure it won't be the last time we play it, but
Yeah. No, I really liked it. I would definitely recommend it.
there you are then. What a cool wee game that is. I really like it. Like I said, I've had it for about 3 years now, and played it a few times. Really enjoy it. As I said on the episode 2, it's obviously not a miniatures game, but I think it's got that great narrative homage to the fighting fantasy books that a lot of you are going to be very familiar and nostalgic with. So I would recommend getting it if you want to kind of gently nudge someone towards playing miniature games and they're maybe not ready for it quite yet. They're not ready for the 6 foot by 4 foot table with a 1 million point Warhammer army that's going to take 10 years to paint. This is a really good introductory point to getting down, rolling some dice in a sort of dark fantasy type world. So you'll find the full review that I've done of this game at bedroombattlefields.com/dark castle. Alright, I hope you enjoyed that episode. We certainly enjoyed putting it together. Thanks once again for listening to the podcast, and we'll catch up with you on the next episode.